This is gonna be. This is gonna be weird. Uh, this is gonna be weird. Um. Okay. First, go live. Cool. Angled fonts. Audience controls. God knows the fuck I said. All right. I guess I should put Social Ninja up, huh? I don't know if I'll keep this VOD on YouTube, but I might as well. I'm editing a stream where I edit a VOD where I was editing VODs. It'd be funny. Uh, I don't know. I'll come to that determination at a later point. Hello, how you doing? I have there's no sound on and that's really weird to me. I guess I'm gonna put on some lo-fi. I guess I have lo-fi. Astral projection. Sure. Okay, I'll fucking we can work with that. Oh, that is loud. That is really, really loud. Hold on. I'm setting this up. I don't know if I'll keep this up. Okay, that we're good there. Oh, I gotta go on OBS. Hold on. So my Abby's all fucked up. Hold on. There we go. I don't know if I'll keep the music on. Probably not, because that may legitimately become an issue. Audio mixer, Enfield, no. Bum, 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 Resolve. Okay, that'll be interesting. Audio sources, active games. The only active game that should be here is Resolve, add executable. Okay. Now what am I doing? Oh, this is so fucking weird. I could put Fears to Fathom as the thing in OBS. I could do that. I'm not sure if I or not OBS. I mean on YouTube and what have you. This is oh god, this is so weird. I know I keep saying that it's weird, but I cannot tell you how bizarre it is from a conceptual standpoint that I live stream editing shit when I don't like editing in the first place, and I'm not confident whatsoever in showing that on camera. So I guess what I'll do is where's Resolve? All right. Like Woodbury Getaway. Okay, yeah, that's how that does. Okay, hello, hi. How are we doing? I'm weirded the fuck out. I'm not going to lie. Okay. I need to go on buffer for a second. Give me a moment. So my plan today is to edit my VOD of when I streamed all 5 Fears to Fathom games finally. Yeah, what do you want, Cat? I don't think the first time I played Chapter 5 is in here. Or sorry, Chapter 4, but the first playthrough of Chapter 5 is in here. This is me going through the entirety of the series in like one go. It was a 6-hour stream. I was fucking dead by the end of it. Show all files. There. I'm a complete amateur at this, so don't expect any grand revelations of, I don't know, something. I'm very 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 new to the whole editing thing. I've done some editing, but it's pretty minor. Like if you've seen the full done videos on either TikTok or YouTube, they're not fantastic. They're pretty rudimentary, so I don't even know how keyframes work, to be perfectly honest. I need to learn. But I thought that streaming a VOD would be a way to encourage me to learn more and even pick up tips that people can tell me and I can utilize later. But I don't know if this is something anybody's gonna want to watch. So yeah, it's really just a trial and error sort of. Oh shit! I meant to do that now. Oh, okay. There we go. But yeah, it's just a trial and error. Oh, I lost my flare. I still think I have some stored. Hold on. And then we'll get to actually trying this. I was so nervous about doing this that I kept putting it off. And that's why it's almost midnight. Whoa. As opposed to a couple hours earlier when I was actually supposed to do this. The plan originally was to just give it a shot, but I just got in my head and never went for it. So now here we are. Ta-da! Blair. I don't know if this will work. Oh, TikTok, you bitch. The fuck do you mean too many people are using flares? It's midnight. What are you talking about? Like, come on, man. It's fucking midnight. Who the hell's using flares? They have got to increase the amount allowed for that. Why did I turn? Again. Whatever. Okay. So the problem when it comes to editing for me is I really just do not have like a plan of what I motherfucker. Cat, what do you want? Gosh, my cat wants attention. I mean, to be fair, I'm usually like sitting in bed cuddling her by this point. She's gonna have to suffer. Okay. I don't really have a plan when it comes to editing. I don't have like a workflow. So it's really all just I guess like I said before, trial and error. I just kind of pick something and work with it. I know when I did this stream, I wanted to get all the achievements in the game, and I do want to display that during the stream somehow. What? Okay, hello. But I know I wanted to display that in the VOD, so yeah. That's the only thing I really know right now. Hi, Cappy. Yeah, I gotta like fix my chair. Oh, I remember this. Hold on. This is also gonna be kind of boring because, like I said, I am
we're
watching my own VOD.
I need to fix my chair in a second, so give me a second. But you should be good to go.
For all the games, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna remember to swap them all, so I just left it a Woodbury Getaway and said fuck that shit. 1 second. Well, cat. I will, however, be going through all the games and stop. If you're gonna hang out, hang out. But sorry, all the games and all their achievement. I'm still a little sick, but I'm unfortunately gonna have to sell my GPU soon, so I gotta kind of get the footage. Right, I remember this. I had an incident to where I could not pay rent, and I was trying really hard to I was trying really hard to try to pay rent in any way possible, or to at least pay off my old loan in order to take out a new one, and I did achieve it, but I wasn't confident in getting what I wanted because the only people who were replying to me were undercutting me very hard, and I did end up selling that GPU at the time for a depressingly low price. I paid around $450 total Canadian, and which at the time is a really good price. And I ended up selling it for about 250, and they also traded an old Quadro graphics card, which wasn't that good. It was about the equivalent of a 1050, and the only good thing about it was that it was single slot. I ended up selling that for like $50. But yeah, I just wanted to I was in a really bad situation back then. I'm still not in the greatest, but I'm actually doing a fair bit better. As why am I turned? I feel like my model keeps turning for some reason. I have no idea why. Anyway, yeah, that's the story behind that. That was a while ago. This stream was back in 2024, I believe. Yeah, 2024-09. If anybody wonders why I'm doing old streams, these are all valid streams. I just never got around to editing. I could just re-stream this. I don't want to. Actually, I've done it pretty recently, and I really don't want to. I did TikTok exclusive because just somebody wanted to watch it over there, and I was like, sure, why not? And I don't know, haven't just going through it again. That, and I've done it enough. I've done all the games enough times that it's just not that interesting to me anymore. So there is that. So what I normally do is I'll just try to cut out as much of the oh shit. Try to cut out as much of the bullshit as I can. But yeah, let's make it a little bit bigger. Okay, also TikTok chat can go over there. Oh, so yeah, I'm oh motherfucker, I don't what am I even grabbing? Oh, YouTube alerts. I don't think I'm gonna get any YouTube alerts. I didn't even know I had that as a source on here. I should check that out later. Not the point. Anyway, so prepare to hear me twice. I don't know why the audio is all fucked up. There we go. Okay, we should be good to go. I legitimately can't tell if that's me or the game. Okay. So for the game, that it should say that I'm on. No, hold on. Should be good to go. No, that wasn't me. Why? Maybe it was. Oh. You know what? No. Maybe. Gee, I use NVIDIA Broadcaster to clean my audio, and normally it's not an issue, but I'm wondering if around here it was. I don't know. I'm not totally sure. Hi, D. This is definitely not the most interesting of streams, but I gotta do this at some point, so. Should be good to go. So for the game, that it should say that I'm on Woodbury Getaway for all the games. I'm not gonna lie. I've done most things. If you're talking about Enfield, which you popped on before, I've done almost everything. I'm probably going to do a stream tomorrow to kill off all the stuff I haven't done, and then I've got like almost nothing to do in that game besides 100% collectibles until the next patch comes out, and that's not for at least another week and a half. So, yeah. At the moment, we're trying to edit as best as we can, which obviously I'm struggling to get to even start. I like you when I'm in the zone for editing, it's fine. It's just really hard for me to start. But yeah, that's what we're doing. Hopefully, it's not too boring for anybody that shows up. I'm not gonna remember to swap them all, so I just left it a Woodbury Getaway and said fuck that shit. I will, however, be going through all the games and. I actually had a fair chunk of this edited, and I had to trash that. Sorry, all the games and all their achievements. I'm still a little sick. So, oh, that's nice. I'm sure viewers will still enjoy watching you edit. Maybe. I mean, I don't have the highest of hopes. Most people usually pop on because I do specific stuff. Hold on. There we go. But I'm still gonna give it a shot. But thank you for the likes. Sorry, all the games and all their achievements. I'm still a little sick, but I'm unfortunately gonna have to sell my GP soon, so I gotta kind of get what footage I can and kind of work around. I'm kind of quiet. Sick, so. I'm not like super sick or anything. I just have a bit of a cough. It might be OBS. I might need to. One thing I've wanted to do is get a new microphone and work out how to set it up properly. I'm gonna turn this down for me. Will I post the finished videos on YouTube? Yeah. Yep, that's the plan. I'll post them. I'll try to post them on TikTok too. It just depends on how long they are. The this one, it's gonna depend on how I decide to post it. Chapters 1 and 2 are gonna be probably end up being or episodes 1 and 2 will probably end up being about one video that's around half an hour-ish long. And then 3, 4, and 5 will probably all be their own videos. Why am I doing it that way? Really just so I can have more consistent uploading. As much as I'd like to have several hour-long videos, that just doesn't really work out for my schedule, just given how difficult it is for me to get into this. My goal one day is to have just whole games as a singular video, but I don't have the leeway to do that right now. So, but I do hope to get there one day. So for now, the plan is just just split this up into various videos and hope for the best. It kind of keeps people kind of engaged too. Yeah. I mean, people do like long form videos. A lot of the people that I watch post several hour videos, but for a channel like mine with not that much with not any standing for that matter, it's more cost effective to just split up into decently large videos as opposed to just some 4-hour monstrosity or whatever this ends up being. But I'll edit it all, and there's going to be stuff that in here that I'm not going to show on an editing stream because I have to use OBS to record it. Maybe some voiceover stuff if I decide to go that route. This is very much a time of experimentation for me, as I'm not that used to editing. Like I said, I've got what I have on YouTube, and I haven't done a ton else. I've done very little things, sound effects and stuff like that, and words and whatever, but I haven't done anything super complicated. I do not know how keyframes work whatsoever, so which is very important for editing. but I don't know how any of that works. I have like an idea, but every program does it differently, and I don't know how this one works. Like if I pop out, yeah. Like you can mess with it and set up points along the line, and it'll just like fill in the gaps. Um, I think that's how that kind of works, but again, I don't. I'd really rather not fuck with something I don't know. Maybe I'll come back and change it later, but you can also just do some stuff. I kind of had it on what was it called? Fuck, what was that called? Oh, Sony Vegas Pro. I have a key for Sony Vegas Pro 14, and I used that for a while, but a little sick. But I'm unfortunately gonna have to sell my GPU soon, so I gotta kind of get what footage I can and kind of work around. Man, selling that GPU sucked. So I'm not like super sick or anything. I just have a bit of a cough. Um, I guess you can't really call that sick, but it's enough that it's still actually kind of a bother. So yeah. I might need to get up and get like lozenges and shit at some point, but for now I'll just try to work with what. Oh yeah, so I get sick like once a year, and when it happens, it gets really bad to the point to where I almost go to the hospital every time, and I'm often told that I should. But me being a biological male, I obviously don't. Um, Apparently, there's a legitimate scientific fact as for why guys take sickness harder. I don't remember what it is, but it sucks. I really, like I said, I rarely get sick, but when I do, it's devastating, and it fucks me up for like 3 weeks. Last time I was sick, I was out of commission for almost 2 months. I didn't stream this. I did this at the ass end because I had no choice. It was either I do this, I stream this, and a bunch of other things in a really short time frame. I did, I think, 4 or 5 days, and I streamed anywhere from like 6 to 8 hours every one of those days. And that was more streaming than I had done in a while because a lot of my streams were a lot shorter. And I felt like death. I would have to look on YouTube to find out, which I guess I can. God, it's crazy to me the mortuary system was only 3 months. That's also another thing I want to edit. I might actually edit that after this. I have a bunch of blueprint streams. I shit you not. I don't know if I'll ever edit that properly. That was a shit show. And a monstrous pain in my ass. Same with the Voices of the Void streams. Those have to be really heavily cut down for that to like matter at all. Ba 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 ba. Da 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 da. I don't think this is that old. A Resident Evil experience. Xenobiology journey. Evil Within experience. Here we go. So what I ended up doing was, okay, so I remember what happened. So I went to the hospital for an unrelated reason, and I was so exhausted and tired by the end of it. And my feet were all fucked up. So what ended up happening was I ended up going home, walking to the car barefoot on really rocky pavements. And my feet were fucked up. Because it hurt less than wearing shoes. I went home and I was sick for a fair while. And then I had to sell my GPU and it wasn't great. I did Chilla's Art. I did an Evil Within stream that was 7.5 hours. I did Chilla's Art, which was 8.5 hours. I did Fears to Fathom, and that was like the stream I'm going to be touching here and that was about 6.5 hours is how long this VOD is. I did I finished Dead Rising 2. I played it till it was over, and I was confident I was going to play it until it was done. And that was 6.5 hours. So 6.5, 6.5, 13, 21.5, 28. So I did 28 hours worth of streaming in 4 days. And yeah. Then after that, I was fucked, and I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna start playing Elite Dangerous, and that's how I started doing that, and that took up my time for quite a while. I actually have the Poppy's Playtime streams that came before that too. But I deleted a fair amount of VODs from before then because I was like a gotcha streamer almost by that point, and a lot of those VODs are gone. That might have been in there, but I removed that because I didn't want that on my channel anymore. Because being a gotcha streamer it sucks. Anyway, so yeah, that's like that whole thing. I don't know why the music stopped. Anyway, let's let's get back to what we were doing, which was not much.
Shit at some point, but for now I'll just try to work with what I got. I do have Monster to keep me going through this. I do plan on going through every single Fears to Fathom episode
Hold
and
on.
every single achievement for each episode. At least as best I remember them. I know it's in the title. It's like, oh, all achievements, blah blah blah.
I'm looking for the right start point.
I do plan on going through every single Fears to Fathom episode and every single achievement for
There we
each
go.
episode.
So this will be the start of our video.
I do plan on going through every single Fears to Fathom episode.
I'm gonna recreate something I did before though.
Every single achievement for each episode. At least as best I remember them. I know it's in the title. It's like, oh, all achievements, blah blah blah. I'm gonna try to. I have gotten all the achievements except for the very last one, and the very last one I'm most likely gonna play through twice so I could achievement hunt the rest of them. Yeah, but for now it's I'm going to do my best. These shouldn't be too hard. The episodes aren't like that intensive for achievements, so it shouldn't really be an issue. Okay. Anyways, so just give me a second and then we'll get started.
I don't know why I'm so quiet. One thing I really have trouble with is leveling out my sounds properly. Hold on. I boosted that by 10. I also want to boost that by 10. Okay.
I too.
So if you're wondering what the audios are, the first audio is the mic. The second audio is the game. The third audio is the very first one, which I just removed before we started doing this, was an all-in-one, which was meant for Twitch and YouTube. So yeah, there was that. Oh, I did stream a fair bit before doing Poppy and stuff like that. What I did do, however, was I kept everything on Twitch. I had only recently started swapping back to or starting to dual stream and stuff like that. Yeah, but I had like I've been streaming for a while, long before this. Third one is no tiffs. which I may just delete the audio track eventually. And then the fourth one is I think it's meant to be Discord, which is generally empty. And the last one is like Spotify. I'm just gonna get rid of these because there's no point to them. I do have a like pen and paper layout of how my streams are supposed to be set up. I don't have it in like a Google Doc. I should probably put it in a Google Doc too. But I do have it on pen and paper because I hate having everything be digital. It kind of bothers me, which might seem weird, but given just how much of a techie I am, but I do I do like just writing things down sometimes. It's easier to clear my head. Everything being digital is quite the hassle sometimes. Having all those audio tracks is a hassle, by the way. I want to be clear about that. It's not super needed, but it's a lot easier just to have them all set up and delete them in post. Because if I do have stuff there, then I don't need to care. It's a lot easier than going into the settings and doing shit. I can just mute or unmute it from OBS itself, and that's a lot easier. Anyway. I do plan on going through every single Fears. Oh yeah, my model moved a lot more back then.
And every single
I've changed my settings since.
At least as best.
Also, when my hair was a lot shorter. It's not like there's not a ton of difference now.
Remember them? I know it's in the title. It's like, oh, all achievements. Blah, blah, blah.
But back then, my hair was, at least I think it's this model. Did I pick the right model? Yeah, my hair's a lot more. It's a lot more sticky uppy in this model as it is to this one. I still have that model, by the way. It's not a super big modification.
Well, I'm gonna try to every single achievement for each episode. At least as best I remember them. I know it's in the title. It's like, oh, all achievements, blah blah blah. I'm gonna try to. I have gotten all the achievements except for the very last one, and the very last one I'm most likely gonna play through twice so I could achievement hunt the rest of them. Yeah, but for now it's I'm going to do my best. These shouldn't be too hard. The episodes aren't like
that achievement, by the way, is do the chapter and don't die, which is a lot harder than you'd think. There's not really any place for you to die other than the final chase in that particular chapter. But I found every single way to not to not survive. And it fucked me. It fucked me bad. So
they aren't like that in
yeah.
Achievements, so it shouldn't really be an issue. Okay. Anyways, so just give me a second and then we'll get started.
And then here's where I got up to move something.
Alright, give me a second. I spilled a bunch of fucking water.
I did not, in fact, spill water. I spilled Monster. I spilled a lot of Monster.
Well, not water, it's Monster. But
there we go.
It's not a little bit.
And I remember what I did before, so.
So just give me a second and then we'll get started.
Should I keep that in or I don't even know what the hell I'm saying there. Oh, whatever. Well,
not water, it's Monster, but still. It's not a little bit.
Oh. Hey, thanks for following. I appreciate that.
Thankfully, it's not like sugary monster. It's Zero Ultra. Make all the jokes you want. That shit doesn't really end up sticky because it doesn't have sugar in it.
That is legitimately one of the things I like best about going sugar free with everything is that if you spill it, it's no different than spilling water most of the time. Just because there's no sugar content in there. I know what they say about sweeteners and stuff like that, and I don't really care. Um, I'm actually going to be going almost like pretty sugar free soon. I have about half a liter of soda, and then I don't plan on buying any. I think I have a Monster in the fridge. I don't remember uh, what kind, but hopefully it's a non-sugar one. I'm pretty sure I did because I think I had it in mind to do that.
It's not as far as I remember, so. Give me a second.
Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to chop this here. We're going to... Oh, shit. Nope, that's not what I want. I want to Control Z, and then I want to take this, and then I want to backspace it, because that will not magnet everything together. And then what I want to do is... I believe there's an effect in here. Why is the media pool not out? Oh, did they change Resolve again? Oh, I. If there's one thing I don't like about Resolve, it's that it constantly changes its, like, how it works. I don't update that often for that specific reason. I'll update it as little as possible. I'll do it once every, like, couple versions. Like, before I went to 20, I was back in, like, 18. And, like the early versions of 18. I don't care about updating Resolve that often. It's just it's not worth the effort. So anyway, back to what I was doing. There's a generator in here which I don't have access to. Oh no, I do have access to it. Okay. There's no sound effect for it though. Which one looks the best? How do you make that channel switching effect? I also need to find a no signal sound. No signal sound. You know what? I'll use that. Except I'll just trash the audio. Hold on. I need to drop that. Drop that. Drop that. Where's the thing to get the YouTube video? Open that. Cool. It'll just like work, right? Oh, yep, you worked. Okay. See videos, downloader, sensor effect with beep and error clip. How long is it? It is 1 second, but I might like the generated one better. Oh, I have this clip on my TikTok. Hold on, where the hell is it? I could have sworn I have it on my TikTok. I'm literally I'm just trying to remake it. I just don't remember how long it was. I posted it as an out of context clip because I wanted to start doing that. But then I never got around to finishing the VOD, so. Oh. Okay, I know what to do. Yeah, I'm bro. Yes, I'm bro. Sure. I am live. I'm live. I'm trying to edit. I'm trying to work on a video. I know what I know what I did. Hold on. I have the sound. If I did it before, I have the sound effect somewhere. What the fuck just dinged me? Oh, I don't care about updating your damn app. Go away. No, go away. Okay, editing resources, sound effects, me channel theme. There we go. Okay, so I am going to use this. So, hold on. I'm going to use this. And then we're going to do this. Bum, 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 bum. Ba da 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 da. Bum, bum. Bum, 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 bum. I missed the way. That was actually like a really fun console, even as weird as it was. My day's been not the greatest. Okay, so I want to put the text. Oh, hold on. I don't need anything more than 3 of these. I am confident. Okay, so here's what I'll do. Okay, I need to resolve effects. I need this one. Why text plus? Because it's the only way I can fuck with everything the way I want to. As much as I don't like as easy as just regular text is. Fuck, what was the hex code for my color? Oh, I don't remember. Shit. Oh, I do. Here we go. I need to write these down. One thing you learn as a content creator or editor is there's a lot of shit that you want to reuse. And it is in your best interest to write everything down somewhere. And among those things are color codes. All of them. Preferably with examples if you can do it, which is one of the benefits of Google Docs, but I want to also just write the shit down on paper. More than one copy. That's key. But I also want to... What? Red outline. And then make it not red. I'm not going to change the name of it because it's just... It always defaults to red. No, position, rotation, pivot. Thick. Appearance. I think. Oh. Nope, there we go. Thick. What about this one? Oh, ew, no. These are not subtitles on the boob tube. Which, at least that's how my my old small 12-inch TV was, or something like that. And then I think, I don't know how, or my parents got a bigger TV in their room, so I got their old one. And that one was like 18 inches, and it was huge in comparison. Later we got a 24-inch one, and I used that for a while. Keep in mind, we're talking about back when we're like in standard definition. And I never had an HD screen living with my parents. Which is not like a shot at anybody, you know. You grow up, that's just how it is. It wasn't until I ran away at 14 or 15, something like that. Or I think it was 14. I was 14, about to turn 15, and I ran away from home. And I lived with my grandparents, and that was the first time I had a flat screen TV all to myself. And it was alright. But it was nice to also just be able to use an HDMI cord instead of fucking with really easy to break composite. Every composite cable I ever had for a console broke. I still have my original Xbox 360 and PS3 that I got later on when I started living on my own. And none of them have composite cables. They only have HDMI. This one. I do have the Xbox composite cables, but they're like unusable. They will, like all the ones I have issues. You could use between the slim and regular versions of the 360. You could swap the composite cables, but the problem is that they always broke, and it sucked. I'm pretty sure on my original set, the left speaker one broke. And on my newer set, the right broke. Yeah. Wasn't a great time. Anyway. Hello, Jeff. With my character, if it was real? I don't know. Like... Anyway. Yeah, composite cables sucked. You're gonna be hearing the same sounds a lot here. Hold on. That needs to be quieter. I will say that. I'm trying to get the words in tune with the sound. I'm gonna reference the original thing because that's what I'm recreating here. I got up and accidentally made a mess of Femboy would be excited about. I probably still have like the original file that I posted. I could probably just use that, but let's not. Okay. Let's put it there. One thing I don't like about this is I really wish I could click on a spot and it would just let me post paste my thing there. Yeah. I feel a little bad that somebody... Can I refund that? No. Somebody sent me 2 roses and then I blocked them because it said that they were underage. And I'm like, oh, great. That's definitely not mean at all. For context, I I generally keep my streams 18 plus as best I can. Okay, so this one. So oh, I made that on the wrong one. Do I want this to be this color? No, I want it to be editor color. So for my streams, I've always done my direct thoughts are blue, and then I try to have light blue be light blue be editor's notes. This being one of those cases. Okay, so this one will just be oops. So no, fuck, I just that happened. Yeah. Let's change it to the other blue, and I know I need to swap that other clip too. Oh, nope, hold on. Oh, okay. I need to see the full thing. Bum, 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 bum. What the fuck? It just said that somebody had the same name as the person I. Oh, it's gonna be so fucking annoying. I also can't spell or shit. Do. Bum, bum, da, dum. Oh, and I tested this clip. You don't get flagged for it, so that's nice. Give me a second. I spilled a bunch of fucking water. Well, not water, it's Monster, but still. I have a funny idea. I don't know if I can make this happen, but I just need a PNG of a white monster. This will work. Save. Okay. Now I take this and I go to my media pool and I drop this in here. Oh, you're shitting me. What? Oh, that wasn't what I thought it was at all. Oh, this one. Okay, this one is one that works. Oh, of course it's a WebP. Motherfucker. I have a site for that. Cloud Convert is awesome. Download. Okay, I need you. Devamo. Wait, is that the right word? I don't know. Whatever. Where are you in my files? There we go. So what I want to do is, hold on. Okay, so from the point where it starts this part here, I want it to just I want to grab that. Yeah. Okay. What I want to do is put it there. I can't keyframe it. Is that normal? Or is it because everything is so squished? I squished these a little bit. I didn't think it would matter too much, but I think there was a keyframe button here. I guess not. Or maybe they moved it. Fuck if I know. Keyframes for... So... Okay, how do I add a keyframe? This button? No, hold on. It was going to tell me keyframe lanes, parameters. Oh. Nope. What is this? Keyframe tray. Oh. We're learning. At least we're trying to. What I want is to have this thing just grow during while this sound goes. What about this button? No. Oh, okay, here we go. Cool. And then here I want to make it be pretty much gigantic. And then I want... No, whoa. Did it work? No. Hold on. And then I want its size to just be fucking ridiculous.
Alright, give me a second.
That actually didn't get as big as I thought it was going to. Hold on. We're gonna need to amp that up. Those are rookie numbers. Gotta be twice that. Okay, can I just make this be a simple 10? Oh, I don't want it to be 100. That might be a little excessive.
Alright, give me a second.
Frankly speaking, I actually don't drink this like sort of monster. I actually drink the super huge ones that are almost the equivalent of 2. It's more like 1 to 1.75, but it's almost a liter of monster, and those are the ones I usually drink. I don't drink them super often. I actually do want to go back to the normal ones. On my throne, oh, that reminds me what I wanted to do. There's this flavor that's being discontinued at the end of this year, and it's called Chaos. Now, it's not a reformulation. It's just wow, my card has changed a lot. It's not a reformulation. It's just what's it called? They just rebranded it more or less, so it's just called like Chaos Juice, or it's called Chaotic Punch, and it's essentially like the same thing. And I'm gonna put it on my throne because I actually really want that. Oh, it's the throne. Yes, I have a throne. No, I don't. I don't put things on there very often. Mostly because whenever I need something on my throne, it's usually like a I'm going to starve to death kind of moment, and then I'm e-begging like a bitch. But, oh, that's not right. That's actually not a bad price. Huh. I wonder. Huh. Focus on it later. Add a wish list. This is a URL. What are you talking about? It is a URL. What about it? I hate when Throne just decides to be a bitch. I wish they had a share button. Add all 3 to the cart, and it's just 3 of the same thing. Okay. This is what it wants to know. I'm pretty sure. Okay, what if I go to Throne and then I put in this link? Yeah, fuck yeah. Should I add the pink one too? Oh, Assault. They have Assault on here. Oh, it's a variety pack. I'm not sure I want that one. It had a picture of Assault. Oh, I'll take a case of Blue Hawaiian. I'll add that. Oh, they don't have it available. Whatever. I don't care. I have what I wanted. Can I make this the featured gift? Yeah, I can. Okay, enough dilly-dallying. Okay, I'm figuring out how keyframes work slowly. So, the way that I understand it is that however you manipulate your image, or your whatever you're doing, like this, is that for every distinct change you're doing, if you want it to happen in different parts, so like say I have this over here super small, and I wanted it to be super big over here, and then I wanted it to like So I'd have that, but then if I also wanted it to spin along the way, I would have it like here be right side up, and then here would be like on its side, and then so on and so forth, and just spin it across, and I believe that's how that would work, I think. I mean, we could try spin it. Um, oh, hold on. Oh, yeah, that's not what I wanted. Um, rotation angle. I also want to do that one, and then here's that, and then we'll say put it to. I want it to spin the other way. There. Let's say like. There, and then we'll scoot it forward along a little bit. Actually, no. I'm gonna go back to here, and we're going to drastically change its rotation, and then we're going to move it over just a little bit, and then we're going to 180 it, and a little bit more. I have been dinged. Oh, right. The one thing I don't like about Throne is how often it bothers you. And then I'm going to... I wonder if there's a way to even all these out. Can I zoom in with this? Oh, you can! Oh, okay, this keyframe needs to be over here a bit more, so... And then about here. And then about here, it'll be a full 360. Actually, maybe we'll just make it change the whole time, and then this one will just be... I mean, realistically, I probably could have made this a lot easier with just, like, 2. Middle, half a spin, and, yeah. Whatever I'm mucking about. I mean, really, who cares? Okay, so what does this look like? That's pretty cool. I like that. So the fun thing, the thing about editing a lot of the time is it's like for every 10 minutes of editing, it's about, or it takes like an hour to go through 10 minutes unless you're doing stuff like this. If we're talking about like really intricate editing, it's gonna take a while. Especially when you're learning like this. Okay, so let's just watch the whole thing and then we'll move on, I promise. Give me a second. It's so stupid because it's so simple, but I really like it. This is the kind of stuff that makes me like editing, is finding stuff that I think is cool. And that's to me, that's what I think is cool, even as it's just like super 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 simple.
Give me a second. I spilled a bunch of fucking water.
Okay, I need to push that back a
Well, not
bit.
a little bit, still.
Once we just get back to cutting, the
Not a little
speed will
bit.
move up
Give me a
tremendously.
second. I spilled a bunch of fucking water.
Oh, you know, I'm gonna have to watch through all of this and edit out all the swearing. I should make an effort to do it now. Oh, I'm gonna need a. Well, I am gonna need a fourth audio track. What? Okay. Media pool. I don't need keyframes, but that's cool. I like how that works. You can do that with like everything in audio and all sorts of shit. It's what makes your editing go around, so to speak. I'm probably gonna take that and post it and being like, I've made it better. I've actually been going for an hour and we are barely through. We aren't even through the first like minute.
I do plan on going through every single Fierce
I'm gonna
to
cut
Battle
this down too
episode
as best I can as well.
and every single
But that's not like the most
achievement
interesting
for
thing to
each
watch.
episode.
So what I really could do is next time I do an editing stream, I'm probably gonna stick editing streams to be like indie stuff because this stuff takes so long to do. And at that point you can actually see me like post those videos and stuff. I have $1.34 on my account. I hate that. Also, I hope the oh, this is Yvonne getting. Oh. Oh. Somebody did a cute video thing with Yvonne and the player character. That's cute. It's not horny. At least that's what I thought it was at first. Imagine getting frame mocked by people. How did that guy win VTuber Year of the Award? Apparently bots, according to everybody. I don't know if that's true. I don't really like keep up with news like, oh, this person's view botting, that person's view botting. I watch like the clips and stuff of the very few VTubers I watch, and I really don't care about much of it in the space beyond that. Getting VTuber streams is, hold on. Caring about the VTuber community is really, really stressful. And it's easier if you just stop caring. Oh, I'm just. I don't want to add this in there again. Another bleep. Eh.
Give me a second. I spilled a bunch of fucking water.
I know I had a lot of issues with it earlier, but like I really hate how my model just like turns when I'm off camera. I cannot tell you why it does that. I have that like the stuff turned off. So I really have no idea just why it happens.
And I spilled a bunch of fucking water.
Oh, right. Editing resources. That's YouTube banner design thing. Graphics. My sensor bar. And Sound effect. Scott Pilgrim sensor sound. Yes. Okay, where does that need to
Give
go?
me a second. I spilled a bunch of fucking water.
Why the Scott Pilgrim sound? To be perfectly honest, I don't care for oh shit, why am I getting emailed again? Fuck off. I should probably keyframe like all of this thing's movements. I really don't care to. I've debated having it be just this tracking using the fusion, but it's just like too much effort. I actually might redo this. I don't hate it, but it could be better. Um, what I need to do is take this down a bit. There we go. Okay, this in here, and then what we do is, oh shit, that's not what I want. Okay, I want to zoom it down super small. And then move it over here. And then move it over here. And then make it a bit smaller. Cool. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to do that. And hold on. There was a way to do this earlier and I can't remember. No. No, hold on. You can copy its exact location and put it in the media bin. And I'm trying to do that. It just makes it easier for dropping it later. You save a lot of time when you cuss as much as I do. New bin, import bin. How the fuck did I do that? Did I just like take this and drag it? Oh yeah, I did. I wish there was a copy and paste for that though. I wonder if I can flare. I'm not sure how much longer I'll do this. This is admittedly a very trial and error stream. Okay, I'll do it for as long as the flare lasts. And I'll probably call it for the night. It's already getting pretty late, to be fair. But this was actually pretty fun. But we've not even gotten out of the first like minute of the video almost, so. Or just barely out of the first minute of the video. Oh, it's officially March. Well, happy March for anybody who cares about that. Okay. Right. Thing I forgot to do is I will also go here and completely mute myself. Oh, shit. Not what I wanted. Oh. Okay. I might cut this stuff out later in like a later revision, but for now this is how we'll keep it.
Well, not water, it's monster, but still. It's not a little bit. It's monster, but still. It's not a little bit.
I was actually gone for a fair while.
Thankfully, it's sugary monster. It's water. Well, not water, it's monster, but still. Thankfully, it's not like sugary monster. It's Zero Ultra. Make all the jokes you want. That shit doesn't really end up sticky because it doesn't have sugar in it. At least not-
That was weird. And then there, I try to cut out as much dead time as I can, because it really does help the final video in the end, unfortunately. Okay.
water. Well, not water, it's monster, but still. Thankfully, it's not like sugary monster. It's Zero Ultra. Make all the jokes you want. That shit doesn't really end up.
Delete, delete, delete.
It's monster, but
Hello, Tom King. How you doing?
thankfully, it's not like sugary monster. It's Zero Ultra. Make all the jokes you want. That shit doesn't really end up sticky because it doesn't have sugar in it. At least not as far as I remember. So.
I just wants to cut all this out. I might.
Water. Well, not water, it's monster, but still. Thankfully, it's not like sugary monster. It's Zero Ultra. Make all the jokes you want. That shit doesn't really end up sticky because it doesn't have sugar in it. At least not as far as I remember. So.
Yeah, I'm just gonna cut it all out. It's fine. It's not really relevant to the video.
Give me a second. Water. Well, not water, it's monster, but still.
Sorry to anybody that joins. This is not the most interesting thing to watch. I am just working.
Give me a second. I got up to like fix my chair. Hey, Cappy.
I need to remember keybinds.
But still. I got up to like fix my chair. Hey, Cappy.
We're at an hour and a half and I haven't even gotten to the actual gameplay. This is just me fucking about beginning of the video. Which goes on for first 5-ish minutes. Maybe not. I did do this. The thing is, like, the gap in the beginning, it doesn't end, but it's also in case I want to add something there later, so yeah. Anyways, we'll find out. I talk a lot during my stream, so I have to filter through the stuff that I, like, just don't care to have in the actual video, which is tough because it means I have to watch a lot, but I don't want there to be dead sound during the stream, so it's kind of it's a balance you gotta kind of have. It's either like, okay, do you want to have a really easy editing experience or do you want to have an interesting stream? You don't get both. You either get one or the other, and you just have to deal with it. I guess I have to talk to my friend for a little bit. Oh, oh, oh.
I got up to like fix my chair. Hey, Cappy. Yeah, I got up to like fix my chair. And then that made my headphones fall off my head, and then that knocked over my. I got up to like fix my chair. Hey, Cappy. Yeah, I got up to like fix my chair.
Oh, my chair. I don't think it's not this chair. My old chair was in the on the cusp of breaking. So I'd have to reset the gas lift a lot And it turns out that it did end up breaking about a month or so after this stream. A month or two after this stream. I was streaming, or I got up to, oh fuck, I remember. Okay. So this happened okay, when did this happen? I need to look up exactly when this happened to have like a timetable. I think this happened somewhere middle of the year. Can you not give me an exact fucking date for my own VOD, please? Oh, okay. So September 24th. So this happened on like September 24th, right? And then I get a notice from it was a scam text, but it looked legitimate. From the from what I thought was the CRA. Because they one of the authentication methods is, well, I mean, they have your phone number, and one of the authentication methods is using your phone. Among other things. I wish they'd just let you use a Google app. Anyway, so what ended up happening was I got a text from him that looked legitimate, and I started freaking out, and I went and changed a bunch of info. And then as I'm coming off the end of that, what was it called? Panic attack. I get another notification from my loan service, and that was legitimate. So I had to deal with that. And then and keep in mind, this is like this is within the first 10 minutes of me waking up, of not having had very much sleep. I'd only slept like 3 or 4 hours. And then I finally dealt with that, and everything was fine. I'm sitting there trying to calm down. I sit in my chair. I don't lean back on it all the way because I know what'll happen. But I just sit in here, and the next thing I know, I guess a metal part in it breaks. I'm not totally sure what happened, but what ends up happening is that my the thing that keeps the chair up and down breaks somewhere in the gas lift. Like it's a metal part, and then I end up like sliding off my chair, except the whole base comes with my ass. And it ends up crashing down on the ground at my full weight, which is not small. It's not only that, it's like the what's it called? The gas lift, which is the thing that allows your chair to go up and down. It's the switch or the rod or whatever it is that you use to get it to do the things you want it to do. My entire body weight was dependent on that, and then it bent it into the worst shape. So I ended up I had just gotten the money to buy a new GPU from a very kind donator, and I ended up having to spend it on getting a new chair because I can't do anything without a chair. And it was terrible. I felt like shit. I was so fucking upset. I was so angry. It was really bad. And this was like a precursor to that. And then that made my headphones fall off my head, and then that knocked over my drink. I lost about 100 milliliters. Keep in mind, I keep all my monsters and stuff like that in shaker cups. Oh, I need to do laundry. It's my chair. Oh, hey, Cappy. Yeah, I got up to like fix my chair, and then that made my headphones fall off my head, and then that knocked over my drink. I lost about 100 milliliters. Anyway. Okay. Let's start clipping this. Okay, so we are going to do that one there, 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 and there. It might not seem like a lot, but it does actually add up a fair bit.
My chair.
Oh,
And
thanks for
then
following,
my headphones fall off
TJ8.
my head.
My vanilla. I'm all right. I'm just recounting stories and editing my VOD. It'll be quite slowly.
And then that made my headphones fall off my head, and then that knocked over.
By the way, to me, I don't sound like this. I sound a lot different in like hearing my own talking. I don't sound like that. I've never heard myself the way that other people do. I know that's kind of like a regular thing for people, but I've never once recognized my own voice because that's what I hear. It's only from recordings.
My drink, I lost about 100 milliliters.
I wouldn't know it.
Anyway,
My voice of me speaking has been almost the same almost the entirety of my life, even when I was a kid, like going through puberty. Like to everybody else, my voice sounded high, but it never sounded like that to me. Like pre-puberty and after. So it's hard for me to recognize that.
anyway, that made my headphones fall off my head, and then that knocked over my drink. I lost about 100 milliliters. Anyway, most of the achievements are not like terrible. So like Home Alone here has loud, which is alert.
Okay.
Alone here has loud.
Okay, so what I want to do is I'll need to do this pre next stream because I'm not going to be doing this for a ton longer, even though we've really gotten not a lot done and it's mostly been story time. But I need to go and get all of the achievements and bring them in here. Oh, it's Curious. That's not the right one. I don't think I actually ended up getting loud in this stream, just due to hold on.
Has loud, which is alert. NPC Survivor. So on here has loud, which is alert. NPC Survivor. I survived through the first episode and curious through the chat. So survived through the first episode and curious.
Oh shit. This is the one thing I don't like about the way I talk is that when I'm editing, I need to catch like where the fuck I am, or sorry, like do stuff like this. I need to keep really listening to it because I talk fast sometimes.
Survived through the first episode and curious through the chat. Through the first episode and curious through the chat. So basically, be loud.
I think during this stream, we'll obviously find out shortly, assuming I got there, that for whatever reason, when I did this stream, my microphone wasn't... So it uses your PC's default microphone, and my default microphone was not set up properly. I have everything through NVIDIA Broadcaster, and I change everything to be specifically that. And for whatever reason, I don't think anything was hooked up. Or if it was like my VR headset or something. In which case, I don't think I legitimately got that to trigger, but I did count it because I shouted a bunch.
Here has loud, which is alert. NPC Survivor survived through the first episode. NPC Survivor survived through the first episode and curious through the chat. So basically, be loud.
Yes, I do sound out of breath. I don't have much stamina, ever. That's why I don't have a girlfriend. It's a lot of work. I wouldn't survive. I'm fucking stupid.
So basically, be loud. That's the crux of it. Is be loud. Oh, my model's all fucked up. Hey Cappy, how do you think it's gonna look like when I make this model in like a VR chat sort of style?
Oh yeah, so around when this happened, I was looking at buying VR chat parts to rebuild my model there. Not as easy as you think at all. Oh, I need to hit the right.
That's the crux of it. Is be loud. Oh, my model's all fucked up. Hey Cappy, how do you think it's gonna look like when I make this model in like a VR chat sort of style? It's gonna be interesting. I noticed that they didn't preemptively update the other games.
Oh yeah, I wonder if that's still a thing. I don't think he went back to Home Alone to do this. I think he just thought it would be too much. I mean, I could always download it. It literally takes a second. I could just quickly check. I mean, yeah, I could do that. Hold on. I'll most likely not play Fears to Fathom again for a very long time, just because there's no horror in it for me anymore. And I've done them all. I've done them all many times. Cool. I'm gonna run it for a second. I hope this doesn't crash or anything. It might. This graphics quality just fastest windowed. I just need to know if this will work. Episodes. Nope, they still haven't fixed it. I don't know why he didn't go back, but like I said, I assume that he just didn't care about advertising his final like episode enough to go through the effort with that.
I noticed that they didn't preemptively update the other games and add the final episode. They usually do that the moment the new one comes out, so I'm pretty surprised.
Yep.
They update the other games and add the final episode.
And he's coming out with another series of Fears to Fathom, except it's Fears to Fathom together. I'm not sure what the deal is with that is like going to be, but I'm hopeful. But co-op horror games are often not scary. A lot of the fear factor of horror is that you have you're totally immersed in what you're doing. At least you're supposed to be totally immersed in what you're doing. But when you're streaming co-op horror, it can take a lot of it out. Because you can banter to each other. Hello, how you doing? Blah, VR. Hold on.
I noticed that they didn't preemptively update the other games and add the final episode. They usually do that the moment the new one comes out, so I'm pretty surprised.
I also have to cut out a bunch of my like coughing and stuff like that.
That's dope.
Home Alone,
That's dope.
July 12th. Okay. B cut.
That's dope.
Oh, what is he saying that's dope to? Oh, yeah, I know what he's talking about. It's about being able to watch the stream at the lower resolution. For some reason, whenever he watches streams at work, just because his work allows that kind of thing, well, doesn't allow it, but he can like listen to it, so he has everything at super low resolution, so it doesn't take too much data or battery or anything. And for whatever reason, he was able to that one time, but he generally doesn't allow it for some reason.
A lot of VTubers are out. I didn't want to. I didn't want to put this up on Reddit.
I'm just gonna cut everything out before that.
Be surprised.
I wonder how long I'm gonna stream for. I might stream for longer. I'm actually enjoying myself right now.
I didn't want to put this up.
This is a lot less lonely of a way to stream or to edit. Albeit I do get sidetracked. I've got more editing work done here in just this very short time than I have in, like, I don't even know how long. Months. My last uploads were like months and months ago. My latest uploads were 5 months ago, so I haven't edited in 5 months. Or sorry, 6 months. So yeah, that was one. All those videos were one editing session, and that session was around 6 hours. And the final product ended up being around 45 minutes worth of video. I know because I had it all pushed into one, so I could caption it on CapCut. Why not caption it on here? Because you need to pay for it to be able to auto caption, and that's really fucking expensive. I'm not sure if you know DaVinci Resolve, or for anybody who doesn't know, DaVinci Resolve is free. DaVinci Resolve Studio, which has a lot of special features like auto captioning, costs $450 Canadian. I can't afford that. There's other reasons I actually do want Resolve Studio. One benefit of Resolve Studio is that one key is available for 2 activations, so you can have 2 terminals with DaVinci Resolve on it with the same key. So you and your editor or whatever, or if you're me, what you can do is you can take DaVinci Resolve, and keep in mind you should also have a NAS when you do this. You have all your saved edits and whatever on a network drive or on a NAS, and you have it in a network save pool thing, whatever the fuck it's called. I can't remember. I'd have to look for it up. Or a network library, not a local library, like all this is. And then you set it up to receive exports. And then what it'll do is then all you have to do is when you're in the deliver page and you have a job, and then you just set something up here, and then you right click on it and tell it to send to whatever the machine's called. And you can have more than one, so if you want like a bunch of machines working at once, you can also do that. Not that I would really see why you would do that. Having another machine period will save you a bunch of time and effort. Having a really good machine do it will save you even more. Unless you're a company that's pumping out a ton of fucking content every single day, and a lot of it really, really big renders, there's not much point in having more than one render machine at any given time. Like, you better have like 3 editors pumping out super huge renders at any given time. To the point to where like it would damage your upload schedule, and that's insane. Not even like I don't even think Linus Tech Tips at the height of their power was needing to do that. The only time that ever would have made sense to them, or makes sense to them, is because they had two they had a show called Tech Quickie, and they had a show that was like Tech Quickie but specifically gaming related, and each of those uploaded 3 times a week, I think. Or I think Tech Quickie, or sorry, not Tech Quickie, it was a daily tech news show. Maybe Tech Linked. Anyways, so what they did was they had that, and that worked. And they would have to basically script, edit, and shoot all in one day, and upload it the same day, because they try to have the most up-to-date information possible. And in order to do that, they need super quick render time. So that's why their machine, which would do like a really complicated video, would be able to do it in like 15-20 minutes. It's a very expensive machine, mind you, but yeah. The only time it ever makes sense to have more than one render place would be for a situation like that, where you have new shows on multiple channels that you upload every day, or something, and you need it out as fast as possible, and you might need to do them both at the same time. But like I said, that's highly unlikely. Anyway, let's clean up the starting bit before I really delve into like the later stuff. Oh. There we go.
I do plan on going through every single Fears to Fathom episode and every single achievement for each episode. At least as best I remember them. I know in the title it's like, oh, all achievements, blah blah blah. I'm gonna try. I do plan on going through every single Fears to Fathom episode, and I do plan on going.
Okay, I remember I was thinking earlier I was just gonna cut that out. Oh, it moved this too.
I do plan on going through every single Fears to Fathom episode and every single achievement for each episode. At least as best I remember them. I know in the title it's like, oh, all achievements, blah blah blah. I'm gonna try to. I have gotten all the achievements except for the very last one, and the very last one I'm most likely gonna play through twice so I could achievement hunt the rest of them.
Yeah, I did peek at chapter 5 achievements, and before I did stream this. Just so I would have an idea of what I was getting into, or to see if there's anything crazy. Because chapter 4, chapter 4 has an achievement for playing the.
Yeah, but for now it's I'm going to do my best. These shouldn't be too hard. The episode.
For playing the typing game and maxing that out, and a few other really minor details. Oh no, wait, sorry, that was chapter 5. What was? Oh no, chapter 4 had the thing that was like Doom, except not Doom. It was just some zombie shooter thing. I cut out a lot of my ums and ahs. Oh, it moved everything. Lovely.
These shouldn't be too hard. The episodes aren't like that intensive for achievements. So
they're not. They're really not. It wouldn't be like you wouldn't get them all unless you knew what they were, but you'd get most of them by just simply playing the game.
They aren't like that intensive for achievements, so it shouldn't really be an issue. Okay. Anyways, so just give me a second and then we'll get started. Okay. Anyways, so just give me a second and then we'll get started. Anyways, so just give me a second and then we'll get started. Okay.
There we go. Doesn't cut down on a ton of time, but it does actually cut down on some. Oh, man. But just looking at the rest of it, it's like I did nothing. Oh, I remember when I streamed this, I think I tried doing the flag one. That's one of the ones I didn't do, but I do have. The only reason I got the first time was there was somebody who liked flags a lot. He liked geography and countries and stuff like that. So he actually helped me with that process.
Anyways, so just give me a second and then we'll get started.
Okay, I'm gonna cut a bunch of this out.
Just give me a second and then we'll get started.
Nah, I should cut more of that out. Cut that out. Boop. Okay.
For achievements, so it shouldn't really be an issue. Anyways, so just give me a second and then we'll get started. Give me a second. I spilled a bunch of water. Well, not water, it's Monster, but still. I got up to like fix my chair. Oh, hey, Cappy. Yeah, I got up to like fix my chair, and then that made my headphones fall off my head, and then that knocked over my. I got up to like fix my chair. Oh, hey, Cappy. Yeah, I got up to like fix.
I'm gonna cut out the high cappy part because I repeat myself. I also cut a lot of that out when I do edit because I like to finish the thought from the beginning.
Yeah, I got up to like fix my chair, and then that made my headphones fall off my head, and then that knocked over my drink. I lost about 100 milliliters. Anyway, most of the achievements are not like terrible. So like Home Alone here has loud, which is alert NPC.
Okay.
They aren't like that intense.
I really want to push all the way back so I know where does this start at. So cut off 25 seconds. So we've edited this beginning part down to 1.5 minutes. That's where we're at from the last cut. Oh God. Oh yeah, I don't. And like I said, this chapter is super quick. So. Yeah, we finished it in like 10 minutes. Which is why it's not going to be its own episode, because that's just not happening. I mean, I could. I have 6-minute videos, so it's not like insane. Maybe I'll do that. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. Yeah. What I am going to what? Oh. Okay, whatever. I'm gonna go use the washroom. I'll be right back. Hi. I am back. Sorry. Oh, they probably left. Oh, hello. Uh. Anyway. Sorry. I also started laundry. So yeah. So that's about 16 minutes in. Yeah. This is probably gonna get shot down to like a 10-minute video. Like I said, I yap. A lot of people don't like that. They don't like hearing people talk. And that kind of annoys me. Or like when people edit things, they'll cut out a lot of them talking. It's like, oh, we'll go watch the full VOD if you want that. It's like, yeah, I know, but there's also just like a bunch of white noise and it's times where just shit doesn't happen, and I don't want to care too much about that. Anyway, and it doesn't matter in the end, so we're gonna at least work on this a little longer before we.
A lot of VTuber.
I wonder if I can get a game start though sound. I'm looking for nah, that's not. I was looking for a thing that's like just saying game start. Voice sound effect. Yeah, that's not gonna work either. No, I'll deal with that later. Hmm. Do I want to continue? I would like to continue, but it's getting really late, and I'd rather do this when I have more Monster. As much as I actually have really enjoyed this, I will stream this when I do it maybe do it tomorrow. I did say I was gonna do Enfield, but I can do Enfield like any time, so that's not really an issue too much. Yeah. You know what? I got some editing work done that is more than I've done in months. I'm just gonna take it as a win, and I will continue this tomorrow. Follow if you haven't, if you want to, I guess, watch that. And I'll see y'all tomorrow. I'll definitely give it another honest shot though, for sure. It takes me a bit and I do yap, but that's also kind of the point of these streams, is to yap about behind the scenes stuff and all that other crap. So anyway, I hope y'all have a good night and sweet dreams, and I hope you take care of yourselves. I will see y'all tomorrow. Peace.